Okay, so what does this whole subject get us? The chaos stuff, the complexity, emergent stuff. What are some of the themes that come through with all of it? The first one is this emphasis on quantity. You want to get a very, very fancy system. You don't necessarily have to invent a new type of ant or a new type of 0 or 1 in a binary system or a new type of neuron. You could do it with quantity. You get quality, you get excellence, you get complexity, you get adaptive optimization with huge numbers of elements with the very simple rules. What's the next theme that comes out of it? One that is totally counterintuitive. Once again, like this whole subject that shoots reductionism down the drain, totally counterintuitive. The simpler the constituent parts, the better. Fancy, complicated ants that are specialized and have all sorts of different rules, they are not going to generate swarm intelligence as effectively as do systems with the simpler elements. The more simple the building blocks are, the better. Something else that is intrinsic to all of this, which runs counter to all sorts of rational intuitions, which is more random interactions make for better, more adaptive networks. You want lots of random noise thrown in there because that's how you stumble onto optimal solutions. Randomness is a good thing. And remember, right at the time that we're making new neurons in the cortex, that's when you induce the transposable events in the genome. That's where you juggle the DNA, producing randomness there. Randomness is a good thing. Randomness adds to the excellence of networks. What else? Next thing, there's a theme that comes out of it is the power of gradients of information. Things that guide you, you a cell, you an ant, you a commercial district, things that can guide you towards things that can repel you, gradients of attraction and repulsion. And that's exactly what's going on. There is a gradient in magnets when they're this close and the power that they have is dropping off as they move. Gradients provide a lot of the optimization in these systems. Very, very important as well is nearest neighbor interactions. These are not just a handful of simple rules about how you're interacting with somebody in Chicago. These are all how you interact with another ant, another bee when you bump into it, a glial cell, local interactions with simple rules. Something else, another one that runs totally counter to intuition, which is generalists work better in these systems than specialists do. Generalists are more likely to come up with these adaptive outcomes.